You found this video because this is the message you need to hear in your life right now.
Welcome to another episode of Millennial Mindset. This is episode 10, and today we are talking about a special episode. And if you're listening to this right now, I think it was meant to be.
We're your host. I'm Brian.
I'm Dalton.
Let's get right into it. So tonight's topic, we were thinking about different ideas of what we can talk about tonight. And as we were coming up with some different ideas and bouncing them back and forth, Dalton and I just thought of talking about faith, talking about spirituality, talking about how life does get challenging at times. And we're, at least for me, I try to live my life as positive as I can. And as mentioned, I'm not perfect, I'm not a robot, I'm human. So throughout the course of my life, I have experienced some challenges. And along with those challenges, I have faced some negative emotions. And I feel like that is perfectly okay, because through those negative emotions, you learn from it, you grow stronger, and you keep moving forward. And one of the techniques that I have used over the years, and it's crazy because I was just talking to my dad about this over the weekend, and he was telling me that it's a lot easier, just kind of like I was saying right now, it's everybody goes through challenges. So it's a lot easier to go through life when you have faith.
Right.
And like I said, life isn't always easy, but as long as you have hope, and we all create our future, and if you have that faith, it just makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's right. They say you can't even live 1 second without hope or faith. And I think everybody has a little bit of faith, whether you believe in God or whether you believe in just the universe or whether you're an atheist, you have faith in something, I think. And if you don't have faith, it leads down to a dark, dark road. And I think all of us have been there at times, and it's easy to get there, especially with today's world. It's so easy to get all the negative self-talk in your head, and you listen to it. And it's important to realize that all that negative self-talk is all a lie. It's just a lie, and you have to be mindful of that, and you have to focus on the positive future, and you have to have faith that it's going to work out for the good. Because if you don't have faith, it's going to tear you down. And the only thing that gets you through is that faith.
Absolutely, because the future's so unknown, and that's kind of the beauty of life as well. You do create your reality through your choices. And that's why we said, if you came across our video, first off, thanks for clicking and watching us. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. We hope we can inspire you in one way or another. But we truly believe that if you are watching us, you stumbled across this video because you need to hear this message. And I know, like, at some points in my life when they do get tough, I come across some motivation and I just keep moving forward, and I keep moving forward. And I use that, whatever negativity is going on in my life, I use that as fuel and motivate me even more. And I know a lot of super successful people have that same mentality. And you may not see it now, but who knows how long, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple years, when you get that success, you're going to look back and realize that you went through that to teach you a lesson, and it made you a stronger individual, and you used that knowledge to whatever endeavors you're trying to chase, and it helped you create that success.
That's right. And pain is just a signal. Pain is a signal to change something. That's what pain is meant for. Think about it. When you have pain in your body, it's a signal that something's going wrong. You need to do something about it. And that's exactly what happens in our lives. We have pain, and it's a signal of that we need to take action, really. We need to take massive action to change whatever is causing pain. But you have to have faith that it's all going to work out to take massive action.
And you can look at any religion throughout the world, and they always talk about having faith, in one way or another, because of the uncertainty of the future. And like I said, that's what's really going to get you through those tough times. And we can sit here and say, you can visualize, you can do affirmations, which is, all great stuff. but you need to like truly like internalize that things are going to be working out for the best. Life, one of my favorite quotes and sayings is, life happens for me, not to me. So things work out for the best. As long as you keep moving forward, and everybody moves at their own pace, some move quickly, more quick than others. But if you use this faith and apply it, and truly, we're not just saying, ask God for whatever, because it doesn't really work out that way. You need to really, truly internalize it. And your reality, your physical reality is pretty much what's inside. Everybody says, oh, well, I need to have certain things in my life to be happy, but happiness is like within too. So like all of this stuff like kind of ties in, with each other. All of these emotions, the visualizations, the affirmations, the meditation, like everything that we teach on this channel, they all tie in together. And it's about living a prosperous life. It's all about living an abundant life. And faith, I feel, is one of the most important things, along with all the other stuff. I mean, they are important, but if you don't have faith, I don't feel like you can't really create the future that you want, because without faith, you can't even visualize. You can't even, because that's what visualization is. That's faith. You're creating that in your mind, which is on the inside, to create your outer experience. If you don't have faith, you're not talking, you're not collaborating. Like if we didn't have faith, this podcast wouldn't even be here. So faith is almost like the foundation, along with belief, along with everything else we talk about. You need to have faith. That's what builds kind of the map that you want to go in life.
And what is faith? Faith is you're visualizing, you're expecting good to come out of, in the end, you're expecting good things to happen, even though you don't see it. You might not see how it's going to be done, but you still believe in it. And you can either think of a negative future or a positive future. And
the choice is yours.
Exactly.
And, in the Bible, it talks about how one of my favorite stories, Jesus was walking on water. And I know you know this story. He had one of his disciples walk on the water with him, and he couldn't believe it. And then the doubt started to creep in. And what did he do?
He sank.
He sank. So that's what we're talking about. You can't just have, faith one day and then not have faith the next day. You need to internalize the faith. But it is going to be challenging. That's why we give, other techniques and tips that we utilize in our day-to-day life, such as the visualizations, the meditations, the affirmations, going for a walk, just because these things do help put you in a better place. But you need to have that faith. And I feel like the more faith you have and the more you work on it, the quicker things are going to turn around for the better.
Yeah. And you mentioned the unknown. The unknown is such a beautiful place, but
could be scary at the same time too.
It's scary, but it's also beautiful. And we all need a level of certainty and uncertainty. We need certainty and faith that it's all going to work out. But if everything was way predictable in our life and we knew everything that was going to happen, life would be so boring. We need a level of uncertainty, which is the unknown. But we also have to have the safety and the faith that it's all going to work out for the better. And it's all good things are going to happen and good things are ahead. If you think bad things are ahead, that's no faith. That's no hope. Yeah. What do you have to live for if there's no hope for the future and everything's going to go bad?
Yeah. So if you guys are going through a tough time right now or a challenge, we hope this video inspires you and gives you faith, because life can change so quickly. Things can get better right now. And we're talking about how you have free will, choose to have faith, choose to have hope, because believe it or not, whether you think so or not, we all have free will to choose our emotions, to choose what we think. And it's like right before we started this podcast, Dalton was talking about, he's like, yeah, I've been thinking about this recently about how I've made these decisions, especially starting the year in 2020. He goes, if I stuck with some of these other things, I wouldn't be in this spot right now. And that goes for all of us. Like, we get to choose what we want to do in this life. If you want to choose this path, well, you're going to get this outcome. If you want to choose this path, then you're going to get this outcome. So we all get to choose where we want to go in life. And like, that's the thing. And it starts with faith. It just goes back to having faith, having that foundation. and then having faith we're going to go on that journey and going to achieve what we want to achieve.
Yeah, that's so true. And another thing too is I've looked in my past, and you might be in a tough situation right now, but you look back in other tough situations that you're in and look at how it turned out for the good. It's the same situation that's going to happen now. Right now, you might not see the solution, the outcome, but it's going to turn out good because it has in the past, and it always will.
Yeah, and have that faith that everything will work out for the best. Here's a story, personal story. So I played baseball my entire life, and I always thought I was going to play professional baseball, thought I was going to make it to the big leagues, and that's literally all I focused on. I put in so much time and effort into playing baseball, and things didn't quite work out in college. Broke my left wrist, wasn't the same player, and I did everything I could to get back to the level that I was. And I still had success at the collegiate level, but it just didn't work out the way I intended it to work out. And I remember when baseball was done after college, and I remember I was on the phone with my dad and we're talking about it, and literally I thought like that was the end of everything. I thought I was so sad. I was crying, and I don't really cry. You can ask your cousin Amanda. I don't really cry. I don't really get upset about too many things. I try to stay positive all the time. But this moment, just because I had put in so much time and effort and visualized, making it to the big leagues and dreaming about all that stuff. One thing looking back, things work out. Like if you look at the bigger picture, things can work out so much better than you thought was like even possible. And now I'm like, okay, well, and it's crazy because if you said, hey, in 10 years, you're going to be saying it's okay, baseball didn't work out, I would say you're crazy. Like I would never say that. But when baseball didn't work out, I go, okay, well, I can use these skills that I learned from baseball and apply it to something else and achieve something greater than I thought I could have achieved with baseball. And looking back, I'm like, okay, well, thank you so much that baseball didn't work out, because I probably wouldn't be in this situation. Who knows where I would have been? Say I would have got drafted and played in the minor leagues and maybe made the major leagues. I don't know, but I don't think it would have worked out, or I would have been as happy as I am now. And so that's what we're saying. Like, if it doesn't work out, guys, if you have a plan, you have a vision of what you think you want to achieve in life, have faith that if it doesn't work out, that it's going to be that much more better, because we have like tunnel vision. Like we have what we want to achieve, but there could be things out of our tunnel vision that is so much better for us. That's going to make us more abundant. That's going to make us more prosperous. That's going to make us happier than our wildest dreams. But you got to keep open to that, and you got to have the faith that that's how your life is going to turn out.
And you also have to have faith in something bigger than yourself. You have to have faith that, I believe in God, and I have faith in God, and I believe that all the challenges that he puts me through and all the adversity, I think that that's guiding me to his purpose. Every adversity, every challenge is strengthening me for who he wants me to be. And that I'm having faith in his ability to guide me through the process. I'm having faith in the process. And that's important for entrepreneurs who are starting a business, to have faith in the process, because it's tough starting a business or achieving things. And you have to, without faith, how are you going to start a business without faith? How are you going to do anything without faith?
Yeah, and that's pretty much where it all starts. So we hope this message has helped you guys. And if it has helped, put it in the comments below. If you have any questions, please let us know, and we'll help you the best way we can. And hopefully this inspires you. Choose right now to have faith. Choose to have hope, even if it's just a little bit. Take a journal out, take a pen and paper out right now, and start writing down things that you want to achieve. Even if it's you want to achieve faith, if you want to achieve joy, happiness, whatever it is, write it down and watch how quickly that changes your mindset.
Yeah, that's right, guys. And
don't forget to like this video, share this video if you like this content. Put anything down in the comments below. We always like to hear feedback.
And if you think a friend needs to hear this, share it to friends, family, anybody who can hear this message and it benefit their life.
So on that note, guys, we will catch you on the next episode of Millennial Mindset. Take care.
Thanks, guys.